What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan, and it's been about a month since I've actually said that opening line because we've had quite a bit of a busy November. And it's funny, even as Austin is just getting older by the day, we're starting to see his personality so much more. And it's been really hard to kind of just set up the webcam rig that I use for Pixelborn and get a lot of games out. I really haven't played that much Lorcana at all this set, and that's mostly just because with Thanksgiving and family coming over, our son is just getting to be 4 months old. So he's really getting to the stage where he doesn't want to nap at all. So finding time to really dedicate to a stream or to a video has been a bit challenging. But I think an even bigger reason is that I've actually been so hooked on a completely different game. So bear with me for this video. I just wanted to show the game that I have been playing. Don't worry, I still have my Lorcana deck right here, and I've got two more in the other room. And I do still plan on this being a Lorcana first channel, but as a new parent, really struggling to find time to play multiplayer games, I thought this was the perfect time to highlight the game that I have been playing. I'm sure most of you guys have already heard of it. It's actually the Hearthstone player Reynad's game. It's called the Bazaar. Now, the Bazaar is a single player hero deck builder built by Reynad and his team at Tempo. During runs of the Bazaar, you're going to be getting different cards to make your play space more powerful. And then along your journey, you're going to be fighting not only boss battles, but then also other player builds. So it's really fun to see what you're able to come up with on any given run, because it's all random what you're going to get, and then going up against what other players are playing as well. If you haven't heard of the Bazaar before, they do plan on making it a completely free-to-play game when it launches in early 2025, but right now it is only available if you buy the Founders Pack edition or if you have a friend with a access code. My code has been claimed. I did give it to one of my friends already. But this game, from the moment I started playing 3 weeks ago, has hooked me. It's perfect because I'm able to start a run, and if I need to get up to go take care of the baby for any reason, if I need to go make dinner, I can always just pause the game. It has asynchronous PvP, so we're playing against other players' game states and not actual players, meaning I can step away, come back to it, and pick up right where I left off. With all that out of the way, let's hop right into the video game, and I'll take you through a single run of the Bazaar. All right, so right now in the Bazaar, there are 3 different heroes that are in the closed beta. Everyone's going to start off with Vanessa, and then you have the option to buy Pygmalion or Dooley. We're going to do a Vanessa run just because it is the most standard, and it's really easy to kind of understand what she's trying to do and show off her gameplay. All right, so every run of the Bazaar is going to start off in your hero's specific merchant store. You're going to have 8 gold, 5 income, which is the amount of gold you get at the start of each day, and then you get a limited board space that will expand as your character levels up. It takes 8 XP to level up your character, and you get XP by completing different encounters throughout each of the different hours in the day. So each day consists of 6 different hours. The first 2 are going to be like merchants and shops, or maybe rare encounters, and then your third encounter of the day is going to be like a boss battle. You have 2 more merchant encounters, and then your final encounter of the day is always going to be a PvP battle. So we're not versing a live player. We're going to verse a player's build at their same point of the game. So the easiest way to kind of understand this game really is just by watching, and I'll try and explain as we go along, and we'll see how we do in this run. The goal of the game is to get to 10 victories against players. So every time we get a victory, we're going to get a little check mark here until we get to 10, hopefully. And then we lose the game if we lose prestige. This is like your health for the run. And we lose prestige if we lose a PvP battle, and we lose the amount of prestige equal to the day that we're on. So if we lose our very first PvP battle, we're only going to lose 1 prestige because it's only the first day. But if we were to lose a battle on day 10, we'll lose 10 prestige in that one fight. And then if you hit 0, you do get 1 like freebie. They'll give you 3 extra options to hopefully save your run, and then that's basically your last chance. If you lose another PvP battle, the run's over. All right, so for Vanessa, she is really a battler with weapons. She did have a lot of like poison mechanics as well, like this jellyfish you see, it does 2 poison damage. I'll explain how poison, burn, stuff like that works if we end up using them on the run, or if we encounter players or bosses that are using them. But each run will kind of start like this. You'll get 4 options. Each of them is going to be a silver tier. And then later in the run, we can sell these things to earn the gold back, which is especially useful if we want to change builds or if we need to upgrade other items that we have. I think our best bet is to start off with the bolas. They do 40 damage. They slow an item. The big downside to this card in particular is that it has an ammo system. So as you see at the bottom of the card, it has 2 ammo. So we only get 2 uses out of it, which if this is our only weapon, that could be problematic. But there's also ways to add more ammo to the ammo count or refill ammo as well. So let's start with that. And then since we have an ammo item already, let's go to Colt. Or I guess before we go to our merchant, this is what a typical encounter selection screen is going to look like. You get 3 different options. Usually there is one option where you get something for free. There's another option that could either be a merchant or you go to a mysterious event like this strange mushroom, and then that'll present you with basically like this or that. Or you can have just a straight up merchant where you go there, you buy your items. At any time, you can drag your items up to the very top and you can sell for the value amount that's listed on the card in the bottom left of it. So let's go to Colt because he sells ammo items, and we do have an ammo item already. We've got the harpoon, which every 8 seconds it will destroy a small item, but it starts out with just 1 ammo. Throwing knives are really good because every time that you crit, they will charge, which basically minuses 1 second from their cooldown. And then you also have poppers, which is burn 4. The way burn works in this game is every second your burn will tick down and it'll do that much damage. So if your opponent has 4 burn on it, it'll go 4 damage, 3 damage, 2, 1, etc. And then if you add any burn on top of that, it'll just keep going until your burn reaches 0. There's also shielding in this game, but I might be getting a little bit ahead of us here. Let's add the burn just so we can see it in action. And then the throwing knives are just really good to have, especially if we get some crit. We get those extra triggers of the throwing knives. All right, so now we're moving on to our third encounter, which is going to be the first boss battle of the game. Each one of these bosses have their own specific loot that you can get from defeating them. They'll also give you gold. The second symbol there in the middle is the XP given for beating them. And then the last one is just how many rewards you'll get from them. Since we have a burn item, we'll go to Pyro so we can hopefully get something that burns. He's got a lighter, which also adds burn. But he also has these cinders, which when you sell them, they actually buff your existing burn items. Alright, so we have all run out of ammo for all of our items. And now, basically, we're just taking that 2 damage every time that his lighter goes off. He's stuck at 25 health. And this game has like a stalemate system. So if the match is taking too long, the timer will tick down and then a sandstorm will come and it'll do 1 damage very, very quickly. And then that'll ramp up until somebody gets taken out. So because we had more health before the sandstorm started, we actually were able to defeat them even though we ran out of ammo with our items. We got the cinders, so now we can buff our pop snappers so that instead of 4 burn, we'll be adding 5 burn, which is really good. I do want to get a weapon that doesn't have ammo, because if we go against a real player and we run out of ammo like we did against that boss, that first boss is really easy, so it's kind of an outlier. We want to have a way to just constantly deal damage, even without the ammo system. And shoe blades is pretty good. They have crit chance, which works with our throwing knives. So we'll put that on our board. Before we add our first PvP fight, we have a full board. And we are 3 XP away from leveling up and expanding that board. So besides items, you also have skills. Skills are really good at buffing your gameplay, really good at buffing how your items interact with each other or buffing them. But early on in the game, they're just going to be bronze, so they're not the best option to take early. Instead, we have a vendor here for silver tier items. We have 8 gold, so we'll see what she has. All right, and so she has the jellyfish that we saw in the opening hand, butterfly swords that has multicast, so every 7 seconds it actually gets to swing twice and deal 5 and then 10 damage. And then also torpedo, which is whenever you use another aquatic item, which you'll see on the top of the cards, they have their characteristics. So whenever you use an aquatic item or an item that has ammo, this will gain 20 damage for the fight. And if it's a large item, you actually reload that ammo. This is really good, especially since we have a lot of ammo items. I might not use it in the first PvP fight because we don't have room to fit it on the board, but definitely a good thing to build around for later. So this is actually going to be our first PvP fight against Nestra. We'll check out what their build was at this part of their gameplay, and we'll see if we can defeat it. So the battles happen automatically. You don't need to do anything or input anything for them to take place, which is really nice because if, like I said, if Austin starts crying and I need to get up really quick and go take care of him, I can go do that and come back and see how he did with the battle. In this case, we just get rolled because they have a longbow that hits 3 times if they have more health than us. So because they were able to get more damage off quicker than us, they got that triple cast and we had no shot. All right, so our 3 options now. We did lose 1 prestige, but early on, we're not too worried about losing that much prestige that quickly. Once we get to day like 5 or 6 is where it's kind of starts to be an issue if we're losing those PvP fights. All right. So these random encounters are usually pretty good because they will offer additional XP, which XP, not only do you get a bigger board space, you get higher tier items at the vendors, and you get more health per level. And every time you level up, you get an additional selection here of different options. So we've got 3 loot items, extra damage, we can give value to something on our board, poison, which we don't have anything with poison, or we get the aquatic items, cooldown reduced by 3%. We only have 1 aquatic item, so that's probably not the best. Let's go with loot items. These are just like random items that different bosses have the options to drop. So this one was crit chance, and this one is cooldown. And then our stash, we actually have another cooldown. So if we play that torpedo now, we can go ahead and buff it 5% crit chance by selling that. And then we can give everything basically minus 2% and then minus 2% again. I'm going to hold off on doing this just in case we get some better items. I don't want to waste it on things that we're going to get rid of. All right, so we have regen to another special event or more items. We only have 6 gold. So I think I want to just go to the free event. We can do extra gold and we can take an XP. And then we have our second boss battle. So on the second round, now the bosses actually are a threat to take you out. This one in the middle is really good for generating income. And as you play the game more and more, you kind of learn what bosses are better for different situations. So we're gonna go to the Covetous Thief to hopefully try and get either something that buffs our weapons, or if we get this dagger, it's really good because it gives us extra gold every time it hits. Right, so now our torpedo did 210 damage to him, which is amazing. And now we're in a position where the shoe blade can just finish him off very slowly, as long as this grindstone plus dagger doesn't ramp up too quickly. We still just need to hit 2 more times, so I think we're pretty good here, because this is on an 8-second cooldown. It is getting haste, which is half the cooldown for the duration of haste. And it looks like we were able to pick up the grindstone. So the grindstone is a medium weapon. It takes up 2 slots on our board, but every time it goes off, so every 3 seconds, it gives the weapon to the left of it plus 10 damage for the fight. So that would be really good if we have a way to either refill the ammo on these items, or if we're just putting it to the right of the shoe blade, you can just constantly ramp up the damage with that shoe blade over and over again. And then we can even decrease its cooldown by getting rid of the feathers as well. So it'll happen even more often than that 3 seconds. Poison, really good in this game, but I think on the current build, some of the poison items are disabled. So I'm going to hold off on doing poison for this particular run. Instead, we're just going to stick with more XP. For the strange mushroom, we get the options of a free skill, gaining additional gold, or just gaining an XP. And when I take this XP, I'm going to get the 1 XP for this option, but then since we're completing this encounter, we're going to get another XP, so we're going to get a extra level up before we fight our next player. Alright, so now we actually have space to put the grindstone out on the field. And we've got options for scrap, getting a friend, poison, giving more value to our item, or upgrading an item. Typically upgrading items is pretty good. I actually am going to go ahead and upgrade our feather so that it gives us a little bit more cooldown reduction. It'll give us 4% instead of the 2%. I don't think any of these items in particular are going to be our late game items, so I didn't want to really waste it on that. I'd rather buff like this torpedo, buff the grindstone a little bit more. Now we have 12 gold, so I probably want to go ahead and visit a vendor instead of getting something for free. So we can go to the small item vendor, and because they're offering the throwing knife, if we buy this here, it's actually going to upgrade it to a silver tier. So I'll do that for just 2 gold. Buffs the damage just a little bit. And do we have any friends here? I don't see any more friends. So we can use the pet rock instead of the shoe blade. Although shoe blade has built-in crit chance. But because this would be our only friend, we would get 5% crit on all of our items. And if we crit, we get to use the dagger. So it might be worth taking this. I could also re-roll for 3 gold and see what we get instead. It is just small items. With the torpedo, I really want a large item, so I might hold gold for that. And maybe we get rid of, or at least we stash our pop snappers, and we get our friend on the board, just giving everything some crit chance. That way we could potentially get a free cast or an extra cast of the throwing knives off quicker. And then we're still going to hold on to our feathers. I don't want to sell them quite yet. Really want to see if we can get a good large item that I can get some good value off of that. Alright, so our next fight against the dually character, he's running a poison build and shield. So shield is basically additional health that you can stack onto your character, and poison is similar to burn, where it'll just keep ticking, but the only way to cleanse it, unlike burn, which does it naturally, you actually have to heal the poison off. So if they can ramp up to a significant poison value, like into the hundreds, you're taking like 300 damage every single second, and you need to heal, and you need to stack your heals over and over again to decrease that value. So poison's really good. But we were still able to win that fight. Poison comes online a lot later, so luckily we were able to win pretty quickly with that torpedo. Alright, so we have the health, toughness, and shield items, abandoned chest, and chocolate bars. Chocolate bars are max health, and there are some items that interact with like selling the items, so you can get chocolate bars and then like give extra value to your other items by selling them. I think we need health in this particular case, and we actually hit one of the best early game items that we could possibly ask for, and it's the Cove, because when you sell an item, it's going to gain a value, so you kind of keep all the value of anything that you've received. Even if it's just here in my stash, we can just keep it here, and it'll keep just raising in value over and over again. So if I sell this feather, not only does it have a quicker cooldown now, you see it's worth 4 gold. So really it is just like a great way to build that economy, and we can just sell off all this. And then if we want, we can even, once it gets to a higher shield amount, we can actually use that as our large item. It is also aquatic, so it can reload the torpedo, which could be something that I might think about doing. So we can get rid of the grindstone and maybe get rid of the shoe blade. Now, anytime we use the cove, it's going to reload the torpedo and also increase its damage. Now that we have cove too, I might just go ahead and buy these and resell them. We do lose 1 gold immediately, but that gold technically goes into the cove, so it's kind of worth it. Still have 9 gold. Let's go and check out some silver items. Sniper is one of the most powerful single weapon builds in the game, and to get it on silver is pretty good. If you can get this up to diamond, it does like 10 times extra damage if it's your only weapon, and you can do crazy stuff like give it lifesteal. You can give it haste so it goes off faster. I might just hold on to this to see if we can upgrade it. Right now I am using that torpedo, so I don't need a big damage dealer right now, but it could be something if we can get it to diamond, just to keep it in our stash. And we'll move on to our next boss battle. So now we have the Tempest Flame Dancer, the Frost Street Challenger, and then the Scout Trooper. Scout Trooper has a lot of ammo items, which work very well with the torpedo. It is going to be the hardest fight because he's level 5 and we're only level 3, but it gives the most rewards. If you lose the boss battles, you don't lose any prestige, but you're kind of missing out on that XP. So it is real risk for challenging the gold tier enemy in this case, but I'm feeling pretty good about this build so far. And if we can get something like the Uzi that has a bunch of ammo and a really quick cooldown, we can charge that torpedo really, really quickly. And the Cove is giving us a little bit of passive shielding. So potentially if like the torpedo can crit here, no, we were just too slow. The Uzi, too fast for us. So we only have 4 gold. We've got like 5 gold that I'm okay with selling, and we've got large items and silver tier items. Large is going to refill the torpedo, and there's a potential that we can get a good haste large item. So let's go ahead and look. We get Cove, which I believe for Silver Cove, it's double shield for its value. We also get Submarine or Crow's Nest. Crow's Nest works really good with the Sniper here. So we can give it higher crit, and we can give it... let's go ahead and sell these. Let's get Crow's Nest. Let's get the Sniper out. So now it does 300 damage and 25% crit. I do also want to upgrade the Cove, so we need to get 3 more gold from selling items. Probably can get rid of the Bolas and the Friend or the Pet Rock. We'll hold on to our torpedo just in case, and we'll upgrade the Cove. So now it does double shield to its value, which is 15, and that'll just keep stacking as we sell more and more things throughout the game. Now we have a Sniper build online. If I can upgrade this Sniper and get it to speed up, we should be pretty good. Since we are running Sniper, we can go ahead and just get some chocolate bars. We're going to just do the free option here for bronze chocolate bars. They're going to give us 10 max HP, but they also count as selling items. So they actually just gave us a bunch of shield and value on the Cove. And let's go into our third fight here against Bob Rooney.
My fight isn't with you.
Also playing Vanessa. Let's see what kind of build they have going. Okay, they've got a ammo refilling burn build with some stacking damage from shark claws. The good thing about the sniper is we can actually recover all of that health that we missed out on, and we get a massive crit too. So we actually took him out in one shot.
Land legs make you another empty
And now with
chest
leveling up, we
waiting to
extend
be
our
filled.
board even further. I don't want to put a weapon onto our board because we're using a sniper rifle, which has a special ability if it's my only weapon. So let's go ahead and find maybe some other utility here that we can add in instead. As for the level up reward, we can do extra cooldown on the cove, or we can do higher crit chance and plus 10 damage, which turns into plus 30 damage with the sniper, which we might just go ahead and take that. We lose 60 health, but we had all those chocolate bars, so it kind of balances out. All right, next up, we've got gumballs, health, toughness, and shield items, or small friend. I'm gonna go gumballs for the same reason that I went with the chocolate bars. Let's go ahead and just make this easy on myself. We're gonna go and fill up here, and we've got 5 things to sell. Each one of these gumballs is also gonna give us, I think we're just gonna go all in on the sniper build here. Each gumball gives a different bonus as well. So this one gives shield, and then this one's gonna give us crit chance. The red gumball is gonna give us extra damage, which is nice because it turns into 3 and then 5 and then 10 damage as well. And crit chance. So that's looking pretty good. We still have 2 items that we can fill in here. We get a silver tier encounter, the mountain pass. This one's really good because the option here, escort the convey, is literally anything can happen. You could fight an extra monster, you can get some XP, but if we fight an extra boss battle, it sets us up to get pretty far ahead. Unfortunately, we didn't get that. We get an item instead. So we got the ramrod, which is reload adjacent items and haste them for 1 second. Now we don't have the ammo right now because we got rid of the torpedo, but I can still benefit from the haste, I'm pretty sure. And if we haste the sniper in the cove and we can start ramping that up, might be pretty good. For our options for our next boss battle, we have the retiree, which has a lot of healing items, the flame juggler, which is burn, or the boiler room brawler. The boiler room brawler used to have a really good way to upgrade your items, which would be really good with the sniper, but they removed that temporarily. But I still think he is the one that we go with here because I don't really want heal. I want this haste item, I want extra damage or extra crit, and then getting any of these items that aren't weapons that are extra shield could be pretty good too. Let's see if we can crit with this sniper here. We do have a 32% crit chance, and we just took out most of his HP in one go. Unfortunately, it looks like the ramrod is not hasting our items because we're not reloading them.
See that plank?
So I want to get rid of this probably as soon as possible. And instead of getting the items, we actually got a skill. So when you haste, you can shield 10. So if we can get something with haste, we'll be in a really good spot. We got 5 gold. Let's go ahead and look for something with haste. There's the water wheel, which is that item with haste that we were looking for. We can go ahead, we can sell that ramrod. Unfortunately, in order to get the water wheel, we're gonna have to sell the cove. So we're gonna lose our ability to get shield, but water wheel is just too good. And then we can actually get some value too. We should have bought this first, but when you buy another aquatic item, this gets 1 value. And then we have a bunch of gold, so we can actually re-roll. Excuse me. All right. Now here we have give weapon to the right 5 damage for the fight, which we can actually use with the sniper rifle because it's not a weapon. So we can buff the sniper rifle. It also buffs the water wheel because anytime this gets used, this gets charged. So we skip 3 seconds of the cooldown, which hastes all of our other items, making our sniper rifle go faster. The synergies. So we no longer have that cove. So I don't know if chocolate bars is the way to go here, although we are missing some max HP from taking that one level up skill. Spare change is literally just extra gold. Let's see what kind of non-weapon items that we can look for. The beach ball is haste, which is also really good, but it's only for aquatic items. Let's re-roll that. All right, so we get the harpoon, we get the coral, and then we get the fishing rod. Fishing rod is really good because it'll give you a extra aquatic item at the start of every day. So you can kind of just hold that in your inventory, and then it'll just passively give you some income. And then because we have the ambergris here, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy these aquatic items, and then we can just sell them. I'm gonna hold on to harpoon because it is useful against certain builds. And then we're gonna face ZKO for our next PvP fight. We're on day 4. They have a bunch of small items here, some poison, some healing. This looks like it's gonna be like a haste poison build. So now you see we are taking 90, 100 damage every second. And if we can't get this sniper shot off, we're just gonna die here. All right, we're at 15 prestige. We need a way to get the sniper to go even faster, or we can make it do a little bit more damage, which is always tempting. Giving value to the ambergris is good because it has more heal. We're gonna lose some max health, and we're gonna go for the more damage, more crit. We get a diamond rarity event here with the Grandmaster. Teaches skills with a high chance of upgrade. We only have 1 skill, so unless we are going to be getting an upgrade to that, let's see. So we don't get that because it is that was a monster reward that we have. Instead, we have Bloodhound, which first time your opponent falls below to half health. Charge your weapon, charge your items for 1 second. Or we deal more damage. We'll just take this. If we get 1 good sniper shot off, we can get a head start to the next one. And maybe that helps us finish out a fight. I need a way to get some shield here. We actually get another cove, which we can go ahead and throw in the inventory. And then our free small item is going to be the Illusoray. This is a slowing item that has multicast if you have additional friends. Thank you. We're just going to sell it. I think we are good like this. Let's go into the next fight. I want to take on the duelist to hopefully get something that synergizes with our build. Again, we don't do any burn, so the flame juggler is kind of out. And then the mod squad, not only do I not think we're going to be able to beat the mod squad with our build because they do have a lot of small items that are really fast, but those bots really don't synergize with what we're trying to do here. So let's go to the duelist. All right, so reload. I really want the perk here. Hopefully we can get 1 sniper shot off and just win. We do. We get the crit, 800 damage. If we get the skill, I'll be really happy. We don't. We get the cannonball, which is adjacent items have +2 max ammo, which isn't a complete loss because that works really well with the harpoon. Although I can't fit it in with what our other items are right now. Maybe if we get to a point where we don't need the crow's nest anymore, we can look to use that instead. Let's go ahead and we'll get a silver tier skill. We've got 7 gold, so we should be able to purchase it. Your large items have crit chance. Crit chance on items that don't have a number on top of them. So they don't do damage, they don't shield, they don't heal, they don't poison or burn. They can't crit, so that might not be useful for us. But this one, the first time you use a large item each fight, haste the adjacent items for 4 seconds. So we can haste our adjacent items, which in turn would charge the water wheel again, which would charge the sniper rifle. Tempering's really good, but not for our build. If you have a lot of quick hitting weapons, they ramp up very quickly. I don't know if I need the honing steel. We don't have a good small item to use instead. Let's go ahead and we'll just do Captain's Charge. Here we don't have any gold and we have a really weak heal, so I'm just going to take the free regen and then we'll go in and fight God Frog. Also a level 5. They also have 1 win.
Makes this more fun.
So we'll see if we can pull out the victory here. Alright, they've got another poison build with a little bit of burn and some shielding. They don't have a core that charges up all their friends, so we should be able to get a couple quick hits here. The sniper doing some big damage. And because we have that Captain's Charge, we actually were able to get 2 sniper shots off pretty quickly. And we were able to clean that one up nice and easy. That's 3 wins for us. If we were playing ranked, we'd be 1 win away from a rewards chest, but this is just normie. We get the upgrade silver tier item, which I think we have to go with for the sniper because we need to get it to diamond tier. Now the sniper is doing 5x damage, so 610. And we have the choice for earning money, getting a free non-weapon item, or any item in the bazaar. We check our rewards from the fishing rod that we can sell. Maybe I shouldn't have sold it and used that instead of the ambergris, but let's just go to the docks. We have another vendor option before we fight a boss. So let's go and get a shield item. We get the duct tape. When you use an adjacent item, shield 5. Alright. I think that's a little bit better than heal 5 because we can stack it up and the water wheel will use it as well, and it's slowing the opponent's items. Now that we have some extra gold, we can go get a skill. We actually get another Captain's Charge, which would upgrade it to gold and do an 8-second haste, a poison skill, ammo skill, and weapons gain damage, and shield items gain shield for each friend. We're just going to go with the Captain's Charge. And now we have the option of the Infernal, which is one of the harder early game fights. He is level 9 to our level 6. We've got the Foreman or the Zookeeper. You know, we just upgraded our sniper. We could 2-shot him, right? Let's go. Let's try with the Infernal. If we can get one of his, if we can get this item, that is a lot of gold for us to sell and build up our build even more. It's going to be pretty close. We do get a bunch of health back, but nope. They were able to burn a little bit too quickly there. The Fire Claw just going crazy there. We have 6 gold. Let's take a look at haste and charge skills. We get a couple gold skills here. When you use an aquatic item, haste a weapon for 1 second, which works with water wheel. First time you crit each fight, charge an item 1 second. Or you can do first time you haste each fight, freeze an item. Let's go ahead. We will sell the ambergris and let's sell the cannonball. I think crashing waves to just consistently haste our sniper rifle even more is going to be the way to go. We don't have a lot of gold to keep buying gumballs, so I'm just going to do some regen here, and then we're going to take on Setevin 95. also on 3 wins and a little bit of prestige loss.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on
But they are level 9,
We're out
so they
to
might
get
have
paid,
a
not to squabble with no
little bit of a better build than us, higher quality items. They're using the Langjian, which every time you win a fight with this, it gets insanely high damage. Luckily, our sniper, because we have haste, was able to hit before this, because we probably would have died we definitely would have died in one shot to that. All right, so that's our bronze victory. We've got the option here of battlefield, getting a small weapon, fighting an extra monster, which you almost always take, or gold tier items. I want the extra XP. Let's check out our free aquatic item, which we can go ahead and sell. Let's fight that extra monster here. A Viper Tyrant. So this is a poison-based boss, which is really scary for us because we take a while to get off our first shot. If we can crit and one-shot it, and of course we don't. Luckily, it looks like this is a little bit slower to ramp up that poison, so we were able to get a pretty free win there. We get the skill, which is when you poison, gain 4 regen for the fight. Doesn't help us at all. What do we got here? We have extra damage, extra shield, extra burn, citrus coconuts, and XP. So the extra damage is 5x damage for each one of these that we sell. And if we crit with it, it's even more. So I might just start getting these. So instead of 9, these are going to be 45 each. So now we're at 700 for the sniper rifle. Large items is going to give us an opportunity to upgrade the water wheel or the crow's nest, which I think I have to take here. We get a crow's nest, so now we have 50% crit chance, which is awesome. So now we have a 62% crit chance on the sniper rifle. And we get Sergeant Suds, Joyful Jack, and Radiant Corsair, the level 12 epic monster. He has like a revive mechanic and a lot of burn, so unfortunately I don't think we can beat him. I think we're going to play it safe and just go Sergeant Studs, because I think we can kill him pretty quickly. And if we get the orbital polisher, we'll be able to buff our sniper rifle a little bit better than this honing steel.
See that plank?
So we got the dishwasher instead, which the dishwasher is pretty good as well. The dishwasher doesn't buff or haste the sniper rifle. Although with Captain's Charge, it would haste. No, I don't think it's worth it. Unfortunately, it's not worth it. We'll just get the income from it. All right, let's go ahead. We have 33 gold. We can go to the weapon vendor. I don't think that we're going to see a sniper rifle here. We don't, unfortunately. We've got max health, we've got small items, or we've got upgrade your offensive items. This has a way to boost damage. So 5 damage, but we can double it with the Find a Better Craftsman. So now we get 10 damage, which turns into 50 damage with the sniper rifle. And if we upgrade this to diamond, we get to keep that bonus. It actually gets to go up to times 10. So that's when it gets pretty insane. We're gonna go up against Dumb Alternate Name. The pig character is all about like building up shield and healing. They're doing like a multicast bow, which is really scary because that's going to take us out very quickly. I think our sniper rifle is a little bit faster than the bow right now, so we're going to get a lot of health back and hopefully survive against this. We do. We get 2 crits off, and we're able to take them down. It's not faster in the cooldown, but we have those haste items, so we're able to go pretty quickly. All right. So now we can do another 5% crit chance, but we lose 10% max HP, which once you start getting to the later days, it's a little scary because that's turns out to be hundreds and then maybe thousands of XP. So instead, I'm just going to take the sharpening stone. We now have a full bag because we got our free aquatic item. So we're going to sell that narwhal, and then we will sell our sharpening stones, getting those 45 bonus damage on the sniper. Temporary boosts are usually bonus damage or shield. We've got medium items, which could get us a upgrade on the sniper rifle or regen. Really isn't the best vendors for us. We don't need regen because our sniper pretty much refills our health all in one go. Let's go ahead and look at the medium items for offer. This one, the wanted poster, it actually works from our stash and gets us extra XP when we battle players. It gives our sniper a little bit extra crit chance, but when we win a battle, we're going to get an extra XP against a player. So technically we can use it for victory or fight. Yeah, victory 6, 7, 8, and 9. Getting us an extra 4 XP, which could be the difference between us getting another level or not. So we'll just hold that in the stash, and then we'll refresh here. This one is your weapons have damage equal to this item's value. I'm not sure if this works from the stash or not, but this could be something where last fight of the game, if we need to put this in and just make it so the sniper's a one-shot, we can do that. All right, we've got just gain 5 gold, get some skills, or gold tier items. We're gonna go gold tier items. Ooh, the silencer. So the silencer is good because not only is it giving us that bonus damage, which in our case is going to be 150 extra damage, but it also does the cooldown. So we can get rid of that tool and put the silencer there. Now we have a 7-second sniper rifle dealing almost 1,000 damage. Fortunately, we don't find another upgrade, which is fine. Let's go ahead and get rid of the honing tool. And now our options for the boss battles are Dr. Vortex, Infernal Frigate, or Joyful Jack. We'll take on the vehicle. We got a lot of burn here. And 2050 HP. We're going to get almost a one-shot with the sniper rifle. But we get that follow-up shot really quickly and we're able to take him out. The current things that I'm looking for here are ways to heal really fast or ways to build up a lot of shield really fast. I don't have room for this, but I need to be able to put it in my inventory to accept it. Fortunately, that means the fishing rod's got to go. Then we can get rid of the rocket launcher. We've got 200 max HP, non-weapon items, and then unique skills for Vanessa. We have a lot of gold. Let's see if we can get a gold skill here. Aquatic items, a 10% crit chance. Sniper rifle is not aquatic. At the start of each fight, haste an aquatic item for 6 seconds. That would be good for the water wheel. Your items have 2% crit chance. When you start a fight, increases bonus by 2%. So that would get us to almost guaranteed sniper rifle crits, but we're doing basically the same if we get an upgraded crow's nest. And we only really have, if let's say we win the rest of our fights, 5, 10 with all the boss battles, maybe 11 more fights. So we're really only increasing our crit chance by like 20% or so. I mean, if we lose a couple fights, that gets a little bit better. But we can try and win the fights just by having the water wheel start the fight hasted. I think that's a little bit better. We've got items. We've got chocolate bars or small weapons. Let's go ahead and... The Cove already has a lot of value. Let's go to the item vendor. Let's see what we can get. We've got Nesting Doll, which I think is a little bit better than the duct tape, although duct tape does slow. Nesting Doll is a lot faster. Every time it gets used, the water wheel gets charged. So let's use that instead. Let's see what else we get. We get the Sextant. When you crit, haste an item for 1 second. Adjacent items have 15% bonus crit. I don't think we need that. Although that would be fun too. Alright, let's go against another dually. This one's going to be Cloud Bank. Looks like they only lost probably 1 fight, and they are on 5 wins, just like we are. And they are a little bit higher up XP. They're at level 9. So they're going to have a bigger health pool than us, but hopefully we can take them down before the poison takes us. Okay, so that Nesting Doll is doing a lot of work with boosting the water wheel. Our sniper rifle is going really fast, getting those crits off, but right now we're taking 300, 400 poison damage a second. I think, yep, that's going to be it. So poison does this weird thing where it only goes up against your HP, not your shield. So you can have a bunch of shield built up, but poison's still going to kill you. And because we lost on day number 8, we lost 8 prestige. We're down to 7. Alright, so we can do more damage and more crit chance. Which I think that's what ended up killing us, was not having a crit or 2. Like I said, against these poison builds, shield doesn't really help us. So we'll take a little bit of an HP hit. We'll get some extra crit chance. We didn't win a fight, so we didn't level up our stash items at all. Get a tool, burn skills, or ammo. Let's go with a tool. Okay, another fishing rod. That's fine, that can stay in the stash. We've got chocolate bars, an item, or large items. Let's go with the large items, see if we can get an upgrade. We don't, unfortunately. Although we do get a diamond submarine, which is pretty good. Huh. But I have no way to boost the submarine's damage, so unfortunately can't do that one. Alright. So now comes the time when we get to battle the other sniper. And I need to get off my damage basically before he's able to shoot once, which is really hard. But the reward is so good if we're able to get it. I think it's worth taking the risk. Yeah.
You crossed someone you should.
Their sniper's doing 2,670, so it one-shots us. But if we're able to maybe get a crit and then get another sniper shot off really quickly. Ooh. If this was a 6-second sniper, I think we do it there. But
my will to get
or if we had,
stronger.
maybe if we had the duct tape would have slowed it, and we would have been able to maybe get that sniper rifle shot off.
Any good fights lately?
All right, we get some weapons here. No sniper rifle. So we're just going to keep going because we're all in on the sniper. We got diamond tier items as one of the vendor options. So we've got cannon. I can't see what the bonus to this ballista is. And then the ramrod. We'll refresh here. We get some small items. Reload 4 ammo to the right of this. When you use an aquatic item, this gains a 15 heal for the fight. Unfortunately, we don't need any of those items. So we're just going to go right into our next fight against Iron Wolf.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago. We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobody.
Alright. Another poison build. I swear there are more builds in this game than just poison. Although this one's looking a little bad for us because they were able to freeze our sniper really quickly. We get a massive crit off, but the question is, can we get another attack off before we lose all our health? And we don't. So now, because we lost all of our prestige, we get our last chance bonus options here. 20 gold, 5 XP, which would take us up probably to level 11 before our next fight. Free diamond item or free enchant. Now the issue with enchant is if we get lifesteal as the enchant, we've kind of wasted a large item slot. But we can also move Cove here instead. Let's see what we get. Burn. Burn. Am I crazy to do like burn on the sniper? Sure.
I'm on the edge.
It's gonna crit, right? So it's gonna do 30 burn, extra tick damage. Maybe that's enough to put us over the edge. Clamora, we can get rid of that. I really need to upgrade this to diamond here, and we get a sniper rifle. Let's go. 2080 damage, critting 2/3 of the time. We don't have any other medium items that we need. We do want large items though. If we can get a water wheel or a crow's nest, we don't. We can't afford the Cove. Let's get rid of... We don't need those. Let's upgrade the Cove. 93 shield every 3 seconds. Can't fit it on the board. I would need some way to... I don't think the lifesteal is really helping us here, but the crit chance definitely is. So if we can get more crit, then we don't need Crow's Nest anymore. Alright, here's extra damage, an extra XP, or extra income. We gotta go damage. More damage. These are 90 damage each. We get another diamond boss battle. If we get 1 crit off, I think we're in good shape here. 2 crits, I think, does it. 4,520 damage. Ooh, we take a big hit. But we're able to get that second hit off before they beat us. Can we get the genie lamp? Nope. Okay, we get the Myrrh. 60 health on a 5-second cooldown with crit chance. Shield item, ammo item. Ammo item could get us a nesting doll. Tools or shield item. Let's see if we get a nesting doll. Nope. Alright, now this could be our last fight of the game. So getting a bunch of gold with a sparring partner, probably not the best idea. Instead, let's go to Curio. Let's try and get some extra damage on that sniper. Curio sells a bunch of junk, but when you sell that junk, it usually buffs your existing items. So let's get rid of Cove. Let's get rid of this. And let's go and fill the board up with things that we can sell. So we're going to do weapons gain +3. We're going to do extra burn. We're going to do leftmost weapon gains 3. Weapons gain 4. More burn. We're going to refresh the stock. Your leftmost weapon gains 4 damage.
Now that's a bargain.
Cooldown
That's been sitting there
and
20
regen.
years, waiting for you.
Okay. So we want to get this on the board as well. Leftmost item cooldown 3%. I think it's got to be the sniper, right? Because we're all in on sniper. Let's just refresh our board and let's fight another dually. This one's level 15. A lot more prestige than us.
My fight isn't
Same amount of wins. Let's see if we can take them down. We've gotten the bonus diamond item while they haven't. And they're going to be doing a friend poison build. The bane of our run here. But if we can get 1 or 2 good shots off here before they kill us with poison. Bam. We actually didn't crit the first time because that was a massive hit. I didn't even notice the miss crit on the first one. Upgrade leftmost item. So we can upgrade our crow's nest to guarantee that we're getting crits with that sniper. If you upgrade your silencer, sniper goes faster. Oh yeah. Or a water wheel to get it so it hastes sniper for longer. I think we need to make sure it crits.
the keener the blade, the quicker the fight.
So we upgrade crow's nest. Do I need extra damage or gold? No, no, excuse me. 92% crit chance. Let's go large items, see if we can get an upgrade. No. Darn. See all that the Bazaar has to offer. Diamond tier item from the Bazaar. 3 small items from the Bazaar. 2 XP. If we get 2 XP, that'll take us to 1, 2, 3. We have a boss battle, which will get us probably another level. Or we can get a diamond tier replacement item here. I think gold is the way to go right now, or levels and health is the way to go right now. But I gotta risk it. Alright, we got shield quadruple to this item's value. And right now it is 8. So it shields for 32 on a 3-second cooldown. It's a little bit slower than the nesting doll, but more consistent. Let's go ahead. Let's go against the boss Haro. I need to get things that upgrade my weapons. We're gonna get one-shot kill with the sniper. We need to win 4 more PvP battles. We get his skill, which is really good. When you use a non-weapon, or when any non-weapon is used, slow it for 2 seconds. Oy. This is going to also affect our non-weapons, so our water wheel and our jewelry. Oy. Oy, oy, oy. Okay, let's go get some chocolate bars. I want as much max health as possible. Since we just got that slow skill, I want to get another slow skill. When you slow, gain 2 regen for the fight. First time you use a large item, each fight slow for 4 slow 4 items for 5 seconds. This would pretty much guarantee that we get some extra shots off on the sniper rifle. So I think we have to take that. Then we get some extra burn or healing. The loot items could be cooldown reduction or damage, so I think we have to take those. And we get regen, we get burn, and we get poison. So the poison doesn't help us. And we just gotta hope that Witty here
Go ahead.
isn't cooking with the build.
It makes this more fun. My fight isn't with you, but if
Alright, they are rocking with a burn build. And they freeze our shield item off the bat, which is fine. Our sniper gets frozen, which is not good. Luckily for us, the sniper one-shots and completely restores our health. I don't know why we were worried. Kidding. That gets us a silver victory, at least, with the 7 wins. We've got gumballs, we've got ammo items, or we got get an item. Gumballs is going to probably be our best bet here. So let's go ahead and just throw all of our gold into gumballs. Extra shield, extra crit chance, max HP, extra damage, shield. And then the last three are going to be health, damage, and crit chance. Alright. So we've got the sparring partner, which will allow us to get a lot of extra gold, which I don't think we need. I think we have a pretty complete build. I need skills. Which, since we don't need items, well, we need a water wheel upgrade still. Let's just farm some gold. I talked myself into it because if we get diamond skills before our next PvP fight, it might be worth, and then we might not have money to buy them. So sparring partner is great because they don't have any items and they just keep getting you gold every time you take them out. So it really is just a test of your build. I really think that we need to get rid of the jewelry and go back to the nesting doll, because when you use a non-weapon, it slows for 2 seconds. It's kind of dragging this a little bit, and I'd like just a better cooldown. Lord Archon has amazing vehicles, but I don't think we take him out. The Alchemist has pretty much any kind of potion that you could ask for. If we can get like his freeze potion, that could be good.
Tell me more of your research.
We take him out in one shot and we get his medium item, which the cauldron's not going to help us, unfortunately. Alright, Celestial Conduit. Enchanted item with cannot be frozen, slowed, or destroyed. Honestly, we've got to overwrite the burn on the sniper rifle and just make sure that it can't be frozen. This is our win condition, so we need to protect that. We're going into a PvP battle, so let's go temporary boost. Max HP or weapon damage is great. This is an extra 250, which with a crit would be an extra like 500. So we'll take that. We get a level up off of that. Which, let's go with the loot items again. We get all of your items cooldown reduced by 6%. That's really good. Sharpening stone, really good. And we get an extra poison. We don't need the poison. All right. Unfortunate name here.
Not to squabble with nobody.
We're going up against a shield and a shield damage with a max crit chance. So if they get a bunch of shield, they would have cooked us, but our sniper goes off a little bit too quick and we get the one shot. See ya. I wish there was a way to report names. Unfortunately, you can't do that yet in this game. All right, we got Colt, we've got Travel Anywhere, and we've got Spare Change. We've got a bunch of gold, so let's Travel Anywhere. Rare Event or Merchant, of course. Pygmalion Merchant. Giant Ice Club. Cash Cannon. When you gain gold, permanently give this damage equal to double the amount of gold gained. So if you keep selling stuff, like if I sold this, you'd give 64 damage. That's cool. And then Ramping Shield, don't need that. Weapon properties adjacent to this have damage equal to value. Unfortunately, there's no good synergies here. Charge adjacent small items 3 seconds. none of that really is going to help us. So that's unfortunately a waste of a encounter. Any item in the bazaar could be good if we roll Crow's Nest, Silencer, or Water Wheel. But I think I just want to go more max HP chocolate bars. Because I do like where our build is. And it feels really bad not taking anything on a merchant. Alright, so we've got the Awakened District, which is a really high shield opponent. Trash Titan and Hulking Experiment. Any of these two are going to give us an extra level on win. So let's just go against the Trash Titan, get a little bit extra gold. You get the one-shot 5k damage victory,
See that plank?
and we get a little Venomander. We don't poison, so not really useful. We can boost his poison to the moon with these extracts, but we don't need those. What we do need is health and toughness items. Shielded Spyglass. Adjacent items have 25% crit chance at the start of each fight. A random enemy item has cooldown increased by 3 seconds. When you crit with an adjacent item, shield 20. It's a really low shield. When you use another non-weapon item, haste it for 3 seconds. Is the nesting doll helping us? It's helping with Water Wheel. I have to keep reminding myself. Low cooldown, boost Water Wheel, boost Sniper. Probably can get rid of this one, but 30% cooldown is also really, really good. So let's see. We got more damage, so we'll take that into the next fight. Weapon skills is a must here. We have a bunch of gold. Can we get diamond skills? We do. First time you use a large item each fight, adjacent weapons gain 50, which would be 500 damage for the fight. Yeah, yep, I think that is a must. And let's go up against
I may be young for a captain,
Ehor Vath. 1, 2, 3. He's on his. This is like his final game before his victory. He has all diamond items. He's got a Beast of Burden, which is very slow. And he just has 1,000,000 health. He just has 1,000,000 health. And hopefully we can survive one shot. We don't. They get the 32% crit.
And listen to the wind.
Oof.
They will guide your strikes.
Unfortunately, we weren't able to go all the way with 10 victories, but that's just what happens. I think using the silencer and nesting dolls probably could have upgraded these a little bit better than having these. We didn't have a lot of synergy with our build, and I think getting assault focus really slowed us down because the nesting doll wasn't able to go as fast. The water wheel wasn't able to go as fast. And then we just got some skills that really didn't help us too much. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, we've got more Lorcana coming. Don't worry, this isn't going to become a Bazaar channel. But thank you guys for checking out the video, hanging around this long, and watching me play. If you guys have already checked out the Bazaar, let me know in the comments what builds you're running. And if you say something with poison, I'm going to block you. Kidding, but not kidding. Have a good one. See ya.